Hey guys, good evening. My name is Bihama again, and today it's Wednesday, and as I promised that at 9 o'clock I will be coming up for question and answers. But I had a meeting, and so I'm running late. So my apologies. So this so far I haven't really received questions. I have none, but I have been receiving reviews from text messages, emails, and people telling me what they think or what they feel about the book, and it's really encouraging. The feedback is definitely amazing. And I'm encouraged that I believe now my second book I should just start working on it right now. So with that, I will just say I want to thank each and everyone who has been supporting me either by reading the book or buying the book, sharing and around the net or the internet. And it's also it's my I want to repeat again my appeal that supporting me doesn't necessarily means you buy the book or you read it. Sharing just my video on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and others, there is also a support because the further it goes, the better. So please, and also you click on share or subscribe to the channel. And as I shared last time, right now I'm learning. As you can see, that my writing is not perfect yet. I'm still getting used to doing this. So eventually, what we're going to have, I will be sharing more about what I've learned, my life experiences, and my the company I'm working on, a different project I'm involved in. Yeah, it will be for sure a good. It will be a channel for encouragement and also learning. While I can't claim that I'm successful yet, but I can say that I have been successfully getting things here and there that eventually, as I share, you might get encouraged and motivated to go out and do more for yourself too. So please subscribing to the channel so YouTube notifies you once something is posted is the best way, and clicking like also is another thing. So the second thing is, like I said, Wednesdays I will be putting in my effort to make sure by 9 p.m. I'm here to answer question and answers if I got them. But even if I don't, I always have something to share every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So okay, then announcement. I believe we are in the final stages to release our audiobook. I am sure some of you, some of us are really not good readers. So reading is just boring or it's just too much time consuming. And by the way, myself included too. Reading is not my favorite. Yes, I do read if I have to, but most of the time I'm more into a listener. So, like I remember in the summer of 2017, I read I read 1,000 pages, 1,000 page book, but that was because I was in Africa. I was training for athletics. I was used to be a professional runner, and I always listened whenever I was home or when I went for evening jogging. I always listen. So a much more. I like audiobooks than hard copies. So in any case, though, but I have mine here too. I have a copy. And speaking of which, if you want me to autograph your book, please do reach out to me. Just that Corona is making our lives difficult. But my promise is, well, as soon as we are allowed to move around and do things, I will be coming to each and everyone as much as possible. So I'll be going to different cities to reach out. So I think so. The audiobook should be out by next week, if I'm not mistaken. But I will update you guys next week, or as the information come in. Then, so today, since I don't have a question, I just wanted to share. Somebody today asked me, "Oh my God, I read the book, and wow, those stories are just crazy." And I say, "Yeah, sometimes it takes courage to write something like that." You've probably, some of us have heard, Uber drivers being accused, some others being framed, some others for sure they did what they said, but it's not necessary that it's true. So one of the but I told the person that, hey, uh, I just wanted to share with the community the mind of a driver. So when I woke up and go to drive, what was in my mind? What was my objective? What did I hope for? So that was one of the reason why I chose to write the book. So just sharing my story. Some other times too, I think of somebody, you always told me, hey, don't judge anyone because you don't know how what's their world look like, which is true. Sometimes you might see a driver driving here, you think he's just maybe not educated, or maybe doesn't know have anything else to do, but they might be trying to work, so, towards something more bigger or something more important, but they're just transitioning. So that was also another motivation to writing the book. Another motivation was to encourage. Sometimes, like for example, I come from Rwanda. In Africa particularly, some jobs are really not designed for people, for cool people. Like, I'm putting it in quote, cool people. So when in Africa, when you say you are a driver, they're like, oh, to some they will be excited because a driver, you, it means you have a car. But here, if you are a driver, say you are a taxi, most likely people will look it to you in a negative way. So, but at the same time, any job is a job. So I really did this to prove a point, to prove that no matter where you are coming from, no matter which road you take, you can still make it in life. So that was one of the key things that made me write the book, because it might surprise you, or it will surprise you as I start talking into business. Like if I tell you how I was able to hire an engineer in India and Pakistan, and I pay them, and they build some programs, some apps that actually prove to me that what I was thinking was right. So it will surprise you that I was paying them full time, two of them. So, but can you imagine? I'm sure you wouldn't even think, because over here an engineer is like $100+ per hour. If you think of hiring one, yeah, you definitely need to be an executive somewhere to be able to afford one. But yeah, I drove, and I was able to actually pay them, and they built what I wanted. And speaking of which, actually, the website you see, even though it still needs some cleaning, but we worked on it so fast. So definitely, I take responsibility for it not being perfect. But I just want to say, yeah, somebody built it, and I pay them cash. So any job is a job, and any job can get you somewhere. Then I shared also that I did it because I wanted to share the experience of my day like how did I wake up, what did I do, what did I do out in the afternoon, in the morning, what did the people actually say when they saw them, things like that. So I am sure as you read the book, there you will see much more than I'm just sharing here. But since it today usually is a question and answer, you know, session, so that's pretty much today what I can share. But again, I would say any job is a job, and anywhere. Never underestimate the power of a job. So long as you're not seated, you can make it. You can get there. So with that, I'm giving it a 10 minute. So I'm wishing you guys a good evening to those who are in the West, and a good morning to those who are in East Africa, Africa, Europe, and other places. So I wish you all the best in all you're doing. And again, please don't forget to subscribe and share or like, because that's how we get the word out. And again, your support doesn't mean buying. Just sharing, liking, and subscribing is also a support. Thank you so much, and may you have a good morning. May you have a good evening. Hasta la vista.